Hi everyone, my name is Dmitry Karpov. I'm founder of a company called WorkDone. We're currently at Y Combinator, and today I'm going to talk about AI agents benchmarking, which is mostly a side community project for my engineering team that turned out to be a fun and insightful experience that I want to share with you today. There are hundreds of services to benchmark LLMs, so you can learn how well they take medical exams, legal exams, or solve hard mathematical problems, but there is not much about understanding the real performance of AI agents in business tasks. How cool would it be to have a service where you can go as a business user, non-technical user, find your field of application, let's say you work in sales, that is the topic of today's thing, and see how different agents compete against each other and demonstrate different performance on tasks relevant for you. And that's essentially what we created. It started with a very nice community project of open sourcing a synthetic data generator for a SaaS company, which allows developers to instantly generate 18 months of data of typical SaaS company operations to train their agents. We received a comment on the forum like, hey, could you turn that into a service, API-based service that will allow people who build agents to test and compete against each other for the best performance. So we took one function of a SaaS company, B2B sales, and we built 5 datasets that each have questions related to them, 150 questions total, that are relevant for the level of sales rep, sales manager, and VP of sales. Some of these questions were really hard. You're looking at CRM data of big company, a lot of data there, and you ask about finding trends, making forecasts, setting targets for your team. So the challenge we put together essentially was build the best VP of sales AI agent. We launched AgentChallenge.com with these 5 datasets, and it worked like an MCP simulation. So agent knocks on our door, we give them data, we ask them questions, like a math competition for kids, and then we continue that 150 times. So we give participants 20 days to compete. We ask every developer not to submit their agents more than 5 times. And to start, before even we make the challenge public, we took different state-of-the-art models and ran them through the challenge. And then we fine-tuned the questions and the dataset size in order to put all LLMs somewhere in like 40 to 50% accuracy bucket. For some of you who are in development field, you may find this insightful in terms of how well actually different LLMs participate in the challenge, because after that will be developers competing for taking these LLMs, combining them in different ways in order to achieve higher performance. Then Manus came out, we took the challenge with it, and it demonstrated the highest out-of-the-box performance on these type of tasks. So generally, AI agents are coming. That's very, very interesting. So we finished the challenge today, and I want to announce 3 winners. We asked all the winners to open source their code of agents, and we will publish that later. We needed to check if they have any hard-coded answers to the challenge questions there. And the 3rd place is Max Mayer. He's a high school student from LA. He never developed any agent in his life before, but he was really dedicated to that. The two developers who actually I would consider won the challenge were the only 2 who passed 90% accuracy bar, which is very impressive. It means like you have an agent as VP of sales that is 90% correct in 100 runs. Most fun about them, they didn't prompt these agents themselves. So they work in one company called Agents Hunter that creates agents using AI. And to me, that was a big thing. Essentially, not the developers won the challenge, but AI won the challenge. I don't know how the solution works, but we're looking at the prompts they created there, and they are of very, very high quality. We know they use Claude under the hood, and that was a multi-agent approach. So we talked about multi-agent systems today. I think this is definitely a future for like real applications. But the most interesting what you can think here, like the accuracy went 2 times up. So when you see any LLM benchmarking today and you see that models do like 40, 50% good, let's say take medical exam, it really means that if someone invests their time and potentially applies AI to create prompts themselves, then the boundary of possible could be pushed like 2x, which is, I think, very impressive. And we don't develop, my company doesn't develop agents for sales, so we haven't participated in this challenge at all. But we would use agents now in sales function because, damn, they're so good. that's the major conclusion. Them, they're so good, but there are other lessons from this challenge. So LLMs could be 2x worse than agents. That's great. That's really great start. AI-generated agents can win, but also we found very interesting behaviors of agents started to cheat and hijack the challenge itself. And it doesn't look like these are behaviors that their developers put in. Think about this. An agent works with LLM as a judge. An agent receives a question and responds like, this question is very complex. An LLM judge says, I agree, I give you 100% for this. And we learned a lot for putting together the future challenges, and I want to speak for 1 minute about what the future challenges would look like. My company, WorkDone, is a healthcare provider compliance company. We attack a very big problem in the industry. Insurance companies already use AI to find basis for claim denial. So each time hospital submits a claim, there's AI checking that claim, and people complain that it looks random, ugly, and creates a ton of paperwork for hospitals and really harms their operations. And hospitals lose billions of revenue every year with insurance companies. So we want to put together a challenge in healthcare. We want to take the most complicated, sophisticated framework that has, I think, more than 25 different public and private data sets, and organize a big competition for developers to demonstrate that agents can be amazing in medical, clinical fields. For that, we're looking for partners who are either experts in the field or experts in technology. Let's put this together to push the boundary of what's possible with AI agents in healthcare. So if you are a healthcare professional, you know doctors, clinics, MDs, please let's get in touch and let's make the next challenge together. Thank you.